What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from D&D TV. Thank you all for rating, commenting, and subscribing. Those of you all who support this channel, I really appreciate it. Also, make sure you go over to my other YouTube channel, Dawson Speaks TV. Subscribe over there. Thank you. Now let's get into this topic. Now this story comes out of Las Vegas, and it's of this woman right here, Shavonna Miller. Shavonna. Shavonna told police officers that she put her baby in a car and was folding a stroller when a man came and took off with her car with her 4-week-old baby inside. Shavonna claimed that she threw a rock at the car, breaking a window, and she told police officers that she followed the car to a Best of the West shopping complex before losing sight of it. Law enforcement officers from all over the valley began searching for the car and the missing baby immediately. A short time later, they were able to locate the car and detain the man who was driving it. The man was identified as the woman's boyfriend, and he had a much different story. Now I'm going to let you all watch this video, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary, and you all know me, I will not hold back.
A large number of police rushed to a woman in the northwest part of the valley after she reported her car stolen with a 4-week-old baby right inside.
Now, that driver didn't get very far. Tonight, police believe the driver is, in fact, the baby's father. And 13 Action News reporter Cynthia Maldonado is live in northwest Las Vegas with some advice for scary situations like this. Cynthia.
Tricia, in a situation like this, child advocates say the best thing you could do is always have your keys on you, close to you. Even on a hot day when you have to load stuff into your car, a child advocate tells me worry about the AC a little later. On a hot day, it's easy to assume turning your car on first is the right thing to do. But think again.
I think the most important thing to remember is don't have that car running.
Jeannie Marcella is a director of Safe Kids at Sunrise Children's Hospital. She says hot days can be a struggle, but to avoid your car from being stolen, it's best to put your kid in first.
Don't put your purse and your keys in the car first, especially if you have a car that has a fob.
Marcella says fob keys make it easier for someone to drive off with your child and car since the key has to be within range anywhere inside the car.
Once they reach out of range, without the fob, the car will not operate any longer.
She says keeping the keys on you at all times will decrease the chances.
You want to make sure that you keep your keys actually on your body. If you're a woman with a purse, you can put the purse in the car as long as it's locked, but make sure the keys are kept on your body.
And another piece of advice, you can roll down a window or two, just make sure to lock your doors. And as for what happened earlier here today, well, Metro Police told me about an hour and a half on the phone, no arrest has been made. Cynthia Maldonado, 13 Action News.
All right, thank you, Cynthia Maldonado. I'll take it from here. But before I do, let me give a shout out to 13 Action News out in Las Vegas for doing a segment on this particular incident with the information that you all were given. I know that you all weren't privy to a lot of the information the police had at the time, but you did talk about the importance of the fob key and having that on your person when you're putting things in the car, and also having the child advocate come out and talk about it as well. So I appreciate you all for doing that. But let's get back to what this story really is about. And it's about when you have a man or a woman having some type of relationship issues and they want to lie on the other person. So they use 911 and get the police involved to make fake reports. And that's exactly what Shavonna Miller did. Let me explain. According to the father, he and Shavonna Miller had gotten into a fight because she believed he was cheating on her. She took off with the other child, leaving the 4-week-old baby with him. He decided to go to a local gas station with the baby. Shavonna Miller was aware that he had the baby and did not express concerns for the child's safety, but was mad at him for leaving. She texted and called him and told him that she had reported the car stolen and the baby missing. Wow. The boyfriend was able to show detectives text messages from Shavonna Miller. He also told police that the window was broken prior to that day. Based on the boyfriend's account and text messages, Shavonna Miller was arrested for filing a false report via 911 system, placing her child in a situation where law enforcement utilized high-risk apprehensive tactics. Miller is facing charges of filing a false report on lawful use of 911 and child endangerment. Rightfully so. I've been doing a little series on it's okay to be single. And a lot of people have hit me up and saying, yeah, Dawson, you're right when you talk about that. And some people even tell me, oh, well, I know I'm going to find a husband. I'm going to find a wife. I know what God has for me and I'm going to have me somebody. And my thing is, hey, go find whatever you want to find. I'm not saying you shouldn't be in a relationship. But what I am saying is that when relationship games come to this, where you're putting the other person in harm's way and also your 4-week-old baby, you need to reconsider if you need to be in a relationship with that person. When you can put me in a position where I could be killed and also my 4-week-old baby, that's not love. That's not even crazy. Some people say maybe it's crazy love. No. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, I don't want that a part of my life. With everything that is going on in the world now that we see and we're bombarded with on social media, on all different news channels, with things that are going on with police officers and, citizens in the U.S., as well as specifically with black men, for you to do that to him when your baby is in the car, Shavonna, something going on. Something is going on. That is evil. And the police even came down and said it was evil. That's why they're charging you with all these different charges. Because the police, they're thinking like, okay, this man, if we have to take him down, or how are we going to get him in order to get the baby out of there? They could have shot that. Anything could have happened. And the thing is that bothers me and why I had to do this story. Again, I'm not bashing people. I'm bashing bad decisions because I'm thinking about the children. The children, as I told you all before, who in many of these relationships with mom and dad, mama and mama's boyfriend, dad and dad's girlfriend, the children become what? Collateral damage. Nobody cares what happens to the kids. You have these babies, and you just had this baby. No attachment at all. And for you, if you suspect that he's cheating, that should be your indication right there. Why are you still in the relationship? Why are you still there? Why are you with somebody that you feel you have to go to this particular measure to try to hurt them? To try to kill them? That's what it looks like to me. Because there's no way I could still stay in no relationship like that. To do something like that with the baby? And now I know some people may say, oh, it is young love. Oh, people go through stuff and all this kind of stuff. But that's what trips a lot of us up. That's why so often, and y'all know this, almost every day in the news, we're hearing something about relationship, domestic violence, murder, suicide. This lady filed a report and they didn't get away, or she knew he was beating her. He did this. And we all sit and we get on social media and that's sad and people should talk and, people should do this. But I'm telling y'all this. It is okay to be single. You don't have to stay in a relationship where somebody would call 911 on you and would put you in harm's way as well as your child. You don't have to stay in a relationship where someone is beating you, someone is calling you out your name, they keep subtracting from you and you're feeling divided and you stay in those relationships. Not saying that we won't have issues in relationships and friendships when we're in business with people, but if you are in my life, you are put here to add and to multiply, not divide and subtract. That is an indication you got to go. But some of us, a lot of us, we're thirsty. We got to have somebody going through stuff like this because many of us, if we're honest, we saw people, some of our parents and, adults around us, auntie and uncle, they went through similar situations where they were playing games in relationship. Oh, well, let me see if she really loved me. Let me see if he really loved me. And we saw that stuff growing up. And now we're demonstrating that particular stuff in our lives. And then another generation, your children, your nieces, your little cousins who see you going through, they see this. This is not love. What she did. This is not even crazy. This is demonic. For you to not even care that the police possibly could have killed him and your child in that car. The relationship was over right then. There's no going back. There's no let's talk it over. There's no let's go to counseling. Some things you just need to know, okay, it's not getting better for you. It's not getting better for me. If you have to do this to me or towards me, it's just time for us to, you go your way. We didn't end it. We've completed it. We can go on to the next levels and the next situations in our lives. Now, I had to do this story because I'm seeing so much in the news. And like I said, on social media, all these relationship issues and issues with domestic violence in relationships. And I will continue to say on my platform that it's okay to be single. You don't have to stay there in a situation, on a job, in a church, around in a fraternity or sorority, around people who tolerate you. They don't celebrate you. You don't have to stay around people like that. You don't have to stay in situations where people, oh, well, that's just them. Oh, well, you should be happy you have me. No, I got myself. If I never see you again, I'm going to be okay. And some of you all are so afraid to be by yourself. And that's why I don't really love myself. I got low self-esteem. That's why you need to be by yourself, to figure out what you love and love yourself more, and to do stuff for you. Depending on a man or a woman to do it on you. And when they leave, oh, you think you too good. If I can't have you, nobody can have you. Oh, you ain't gonna never leave me. Come on, get away from me with that nonsense. That's nonsense. You had you before you meant them. And if the relationship is over, you're gonna walk away with you. And you're gonna walk away with that experience from that relationship, that if you go into another relationship, you won't repeat it again on your part. And that if you see the same characteristics in another person that was similar to a relationship you had in the past, that's an indication, okay, she's not the right one. He's not the right one. How you doing? Yeah, okay, let's move on. We don't need to have to play those games. Don't have to go down that road again, because I've been down that road before. Not to repeat it again, because I learned my lesson in the last relationship and the last friendship. We gotta remember the lessons that we've gone through and that we've experienced certain things. How you get back in the same relationship with another man who talks down to you, who will put his hands on you, who breaks you down, your self-worth, your self-value, and you still there. Last year you was there. This year you was there. And because you got no self-esteem, you're gonna be there next year, because that's all you think you can get. For men who are staying with some woman or somebody who beats you down, oh, you don't have this, you ain't like him, you ain't like this, and you stay there. Why are you there? I know somebody told me some Dawson be coming over here and they be and he be yelling at us and stuff, because I believe the Lord shall deliver with a shout. Somebody gotta wake you up and say, you don't have to take this stuff. You don't have to stay there. Well, who I'm gonna talk to? Talk to God. I don't know. You ain't gotta talk to them. You don't have to stay there and be abused. Now, in this particular situation with Shavonna Miller, Shavonna, you were wrong for that. And I hope justice will be served. I ain't even got to hope that, because the police are upset about that. And not only are the police upset about this fake reporting on Shavonna Miller's part, the Clark County District Attorney, Steve Wolfson, he took to social media and he said this: it wasn't a true kidnapping. Not only could it have put the child at danger, the individual who was an innocent victim, if you will, the man in this case, but what about the citizens in that area, the citizens who live in that complex? When the police are investigating the case, they're going to extend a lot of resources to try to get that baby to safety. Now, that's what the Clark County District Attorney stated. Like I said before, it's okay to be single. And I looked on social media and I saw, I knew this was going to happen, but I looked on social media and saw that they're still together. They're still together. After this situation, they're still together. And there they are, I think, at a little graduation for the kids or something there. And you can see there's the baby father with the baby, toting the baby. And there she is with her other children. Y'all, take care of the children. Take care of the children. No matter what adults go through in situations, the children come first. They're innocent. Until next time, it's your guy Dawson. Go off in the comments. Let me know what you all think about this story. Don't hold back. Remember, take care of yourself and each other. Peace.